Hello everyone, welcome to Kwiation Engineering YouTube channel. So today also I took a new lesson. This is regarding AT chapter 21 air conditioning system. Today I'm going to discuss about system control interfaces. So if you still not subscribe Kwiation Engineering YouTube channel, please subscribe Kwiation Engineering YouTube channel and also share these videos with your friends, relatives and anyone who likes to learn about aircraft maintenance, because this channel will be very useful for you. Okay, so don't need to talk a lot, so we will go to the lesson. So today lesson is ATA chapter 21 air conditioning system, pressurization, lesson number 6, system control interfaces, right? Okay, so in this lesson you will learn about the pressurization control interfaces, right? So the lesson content are EIU engine interface unit and LGCIU landing gear control interface unit, and ADIRU air data initial reference unit, and FMGC flight management guidance computer, and motors, controller 1 and 2, and cabin pressure and air conditioning panel, and pressure panel and motor number 3. Right. Okay, so let's go to the first one, EIU engine interface unit, right? You can see this is the pressurization system control interface, right? You can see EIU 1 and 2 and LGCIU 1 and 2, ADIRU 1, 2, 3 and flight management guidance computer 1, 2, and these are the two controllers, right? So this is the air conditioning panel, cabin pressure panel, this is the motor number 3 in the outflow valve, motor 2 and motor 1. Okay, this is the outflow valve. All right, so this is the actual view of air avionics compartment, and this is the engine interface unit number 1 over there, right? So each engine interface unit and the thrust lever angle associated with an N2, not RO, right? N2 signal to both controllers to initiate the pre-pressurization sequence, right? So the engine interface unit EIU, the signals are thrust lever angle in takeoff position, the max continuous or flex D10, and N2 at or above idle, right? So it's used for pre-pressurization and pressurization sequences. Just remember, right? So EIU is using for pre-pressurization and pressurization sequences. All right. So the next one is LGCIU. Right, so this is the LGCIU 1 and 2, right? You can see these are the discrete signals, right? In here, this is the arring signal and this is the decrease signal, this is the analog signal. These are the discrete signals. So, and this is the forward avionic compartment. Here, landing gear control interface unit is over there, right? So, each sequence gear control interface unit, each landing gear control interface unit sends flight ground signal to both controllers to initiate the pre-pressurization, pressurization and depressurization sequences, right? So landing gear control interface unit signals will be ground and flight and used for pre-pressurization, pressurization, depressurization sequences and system transfer. All right. Okay, next one, ADIRU, air data initial reference unit. Here there are 3 ADIRUs, 1, 2 and 3, right? So these are the 3 ADIRUs over there. So each air data initial reference unit send the static pressure and barometric correction signals to both controllers for pressure control. Remember it, right? So air data initial reference unit ADIRU signals will be static pressure, baro correction and ADIRU validity, and used for all sequences and the priority selections, right? So for the controller 1, the sequence is ADIRU 1, 2, 3 and controller 2, ADIRU 2, 1, 3. These are the sequence, all right? Okay, the next one, FMGC flight management guidance computer. Each flight management guidance computer send cruise flight level and landing field elevation data to both controllers, right? So in auto flight system, about the flight management guidance computer, I described about the landing elevation. All right. Okay, the flight management guidance computer FMGC signals cruise flights level and landing elevation and used for pressurization profile. Pressurization is used for pressurization profile, right? This is the actual view, FMGC number 1. Okay, this is situated in the rear avionic compartment. And next one is the motors, right? Here are the motors in the outflow valve motors. So there will be the arrange signals, right? Arrange signals, these are the analog signals from motor number 3, right? This is the actual auto motors. This is the auto motors, right? This is the motors, right? Okay, a discrete signal from the active controller. Okay, discrete signal from the active controller. If controller 2 is active, it's got the discrete signal active, right? And this is the active controller if the controller 1 is active, and then discrete signal will go to the motors, right? So the discrete signal from the active controller will select the corresponding motor, while outflow valve positioning and monitoring signals are transmitted by RS422 buses, right? So the motors signals in auto mode enable signal, right here, enable signal to motor in control, and outflow valve positioning and monitoring RS422 buses. And the signal in manual mode, feedback position from motor 3 is sent to the controller number 1, right? Okay, you see the feedback will be sent from the motor number 3. It is an analog signal, right? Okay, and next one, controller 1 and 2. Here is the controller 1 and here is the controller 2. So discrete signals between the both controllers ensure control transfer. Okay, control transfer will be happen through the discrete signal. Okay, you can see control number 1 to control number 2 and control number 2 to control number 1. So the controller 1 and controller 2 signal system 1 and system 1 and 2 active and used for controller transfer. Okay, controller transfer. And next one, cabin pressure and air conditioning panel. Cabin pressure and air conditioning panel, right? This is the air conditioning panel. This is the cabin pressure panel. Okay, you can see the cabin pressure panel, right? So this is the manual vertical control switch up and down. This is the mode selector, right? This is the landing elevation, and this is the ditching push button. So the position of the pressure panel switches and emergency ram air switch is transmitted to both controllers. So the cabin pressure panel, from the cabin pressure panel, signals are ditching, landing elevation, manual mode selection, right? And used for ditching and manual operation. And air conditioning panel, this is the air conditioning panel, signals are emergency ram air inlet selection and used for outflow valve half opening, all right? Okay, the last one is pressure panel or motor 3, right? This is the cabin pressure panel. This is motor number 3, manual control, right? So motor 3 is controlled by a discrete signal. Motor 3 is controlled by the discrete signal directly sent by the cabin pressure panel. Okay, here is the cabin pressure panel. Okay, motor 3 is controlled by discrete signal directly sent by the cabin pressure panel. And pressure panel motor 3, the signals are motor 3 control and used for manual mode. All right. Okay, yeah, that is the end of this very short lesson. So thank you for participating in this lesson. Then next lesson, you will going to learn about system monitoring interfaces, right? So this one is system control interface, and next lesson I'm going to teach you about system monitoring interfaces. All right, so if you still not watched the previous videos regarding ATL chapter 21, zone temperature control and general, and this is the pressurization, so please, I will put the link below, link in my description about the playlist regarding ATL chapter 21 air conditioning lesson series, so you can watch, and then you can watch this lesson, then you will have a good idea. So, and also don't forget to subscribe to Kwiation Engineering YouTube channel, and also share this video, especially the channel Kwiation Engineering channel with your social media network like Facebook, Twitter, like Instagram, WhatsApp, any places. Please share, because this will be very important for you guys. I think this is the only one, the first channel is teaching like this. So thank you very much. So we will meet on next lesson. Have a good day for all of you.